country here is so diverse. On one side it may be lush forest, then you're getting into open pasture, and then you may see volcanoes. It's beautiful.
The challenge for me now is just getting mentally tough. You know, if I can stay on top of my mind, I'm gonna be ready for whatever happens.
The worst case scenario with the weather is that it clags back in, rains, and makes it really hard to see because we are going to be in quite a high altitude area.
Well, my grandparents were Māori, very spiritual and fierce warriors.
The Takedown is sponsored by Browning, the best there is. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Zeiss, we make it visible. Arctic Cat, share our passion. Otis Technology, smart gun care. Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. The Wildlife Gallery Custom Taxidermy Studio. Cold Steel, anytime, anywhere. And by Hell's Canyon. See you there. New Zealand, where spirits of the land tell rich tales of history, legend, and landscape. An adventure that has brought former UFC champion Matt Hughes to the Kiwi nation.
Didn't quite know what to expect about going to New Zealand. Big hills there. Wouldn't call them mountains. They're kind of rolling, aggressive hills, we'll say. You know, you got to be somebody to go up and down them. So I like that. You know, very beautiful. When you look around, you know, it could definitely be something straight out of Lord of the Rings.
New Zealand is the most friendly environment you may ever come across. There's no snakes, no wildcats, and no predators. You can virtually walk around here bare feet and you'll be fine.
The team has arrived in Wanganui, a city on the west coast of the North Island of New Zealand. It's here they meet Paul of Wanganui Safaris, a multi-generation outfitter, guide, and hunter.
You know, Paul, I think he's fifth or sixth generation running the farm there, so he's got a lot of history, he knows a lot. As we're driving out to the lodge, the road gets a little bit smaller. We passed a bunch of shells, and you could see them. He said they went for miles. And he said that's where the ocean used to be. There's obviously a lot of history here, and Paul was good enough to be able to tell us about it.
Their time on the island is limited. In just a few days, the team will pack up and head for the South Island in search of chamois and tar. They arrive at the North Island Lodge, located at the base of Mount Ruapehu, an active volcano at the southern end of the region's volcanic zone.
I did not know there was volcanoes here, and I was kind of right in the middle of three of them, and they were all active. You got a volcano over there?
Yeah, that's Mount Ruapehu.
Say that again?
Mount Ruapehu. Yes, it's an active volcano.
Active, but when was the last time it blew?
About 2099.
So they still say it's active?
It's very active. And there's also another volcano to the left of it that you can't quite see, but we might be able to see from the lodge. It's active also. And the Wanganui River, which you followed up, runs from there.
Gotcha. So what happens if we're hunting and that thing erupts?
You cover me.
I cover you?
Yeah.
How far away is it? That's so far away that we can't get bothered.
Oh, there's volcanic rock here.
Huh?
There's volcanic rock here.
Here?
Yeah. But that wasn't from 99, it might have been like hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it did blow at one stage.
I'm not worried about that volcano. Of course, people in the Titanic weren't worried about icebergs either.
No, there you go.
It was kind of cool to look out, see a volcano and know that at any time it could erupt.
Leading the team is professional guide Lee Winterburn, a native to the Maori village of Jerusalem. He spent most of his life devoted to nature and wildlife conservation.
We're very excited to have Matt Hughes come hunting with us. He's a very go-getter character. First thing is it's all about safety, so you just got to follow my lead.
Lee,
Yeah.
we're going to be fine.
Okay.
It's the guy running the camera.
Okay. We got to look after him.
He's going to be slowing us down.
Okay.
So we're going to be dragging an anchor.
Okay. I gotcha. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Lee. How you doing?
Good. Game plan is we're going to jump on the old bike here, and then we're going to head around and sight your rifle in, and we'll go and spot some game and assess our animals, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the accent. So where are we going to get? What are we getting on?
I'm getting on a bike.
The bike.
Yeah.
We would call it a side by side or a
Side by side, yeah.
Bike, but it's whatever. It's whatever.
We can get technical and call it an MUV.
I'm ready. So.
Okay, buddy. Let's go.
I really don't know what to expect on the hunting side. I know there's going to be a lot of glassing, a lot of walking, but other than that, I really don't know. I'm going to trust my guide on what I'm going to shoot here, and we'll just take it from there.
We have about 15,000 acres, plus we have a lot of other tribal land we can hunt on as well, as far as the eye can see.
Lee, beautiful sunrise.
Beautiful country, isn't it? Where we're going to head, Matt, is we're going to head down off this point here and glass these basins and these big flats, and we'll check the wind, see which way the wind's coming from, and assess where's the best point to head from after that.
Okay.
But we've got to check to see what animals are there before we make a move, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good, Lee.
Awesome.
The team will cover a majority of the area by UTV. They are in search of a trophy red stag.
We have the biggest red stags in the world, and not one is the same, and they have great amounts of individual character.
Yeah, this is called Jurassic Park, man.
I can see why. It's definitely something out of a movie.
Yeah, the big T-Rex jumps out on the... So it's all up to you, buddy.
Can you hunt in there?
Yes, we can hunt in there. It's quite dark in there, but it's good canopy and it makes a good hunt. So we tend to wait for stags are in certain areas and we can go in. Now and again we tend to go in the forest if it's too warm during the day and we need to make a move.
Lee guides the team into the dense forest.
I'm a little optimistic that we're even going to see anything. The forest is interesting. Walking through there, you can be on top of like a tree line and look down, and it's pitch black underneath the canopy of the trees. I'm not real used to that.
To the team's surprise, it's not long before a bedded stag is spotted.
Lee spots a stag. We're not wanting to hunt him, but we can't get around him because if he spooks, he's going to take and runs away. He's going to take everything with him. He has no idea we're here.
Thirsty for challenge, Matt is convinced they can get within feet of the unsuspecting animal. A true test against primal instinct.
If we can get close, it's pretty cool and it makes it an invigorating hunting experience.
We're in the rainforest, huge, magnificent animal in front of us. Definitely one of those things I'll never forget.
It's pretty cool. That stag was 20 yards away, if not closer. Jumped up, looked around, we all stood still, and he just walking away. We think there's more stags bedded here. That's what we're looking for.
I'm hoping we can pick up on a good red stag. I want the stag to fit him.
The team continues to find evidence of stag activity.
Still warm. He was here 2 minutes ago, though.
We wanted to stay up there a little bit and let the animals relax around us. So I found an old tree stump with moss in it, and I just enjoyed life. I kind of sat back, reclined back, and looked around, and I was pretty happy. I think I could have spent the whole night there.
Exiting the dense cover, the team stumbles upon a herd of sheep.
Sheep in New Zealand are called the awapara ram. They're very unique to New Zealand. We try and look for a good trophy which has great mass and a good curl.
So then Lee looks at me and says, "Hey, we're gonna shoot one of these."
This is beautiful, right? See right there in the center?
Which way is he facing? Looking straight ahead? I'm not worried. I don't care how much wool he's got. I've got a great combination. My Hornady GMX bullets perform, and it's going to cut right through that wool like it's nothing. Awesome, you dropped. Yeah, good job. Awesome, buddy. Thank you. Look, got good sheep. It's great sheep. First New Zealand sheep, kind of exciting for me because it wasn't planned out. We saw them over a hill on a walk, and we made a game plan on it. So I like that spur of the moment. Hey, we're not just here hunting one animal. We see some other things, we can hunt them as well.
UFC legend Matt Hughes has traveled to the remote lands of New Zealand in search of trophy red stag.
It's very diverse here. You can hunt off the buggy, glass off the buggy. You can walk for miles up hills. You can kind of hunt prairies. You can go to like a rainforest, tropical rainforest, and you can do all that. So it's very, very diverse. One thing after another after another.
Guide Lee Winterburn leads the team to an area rich in stag activity.
We've been walking on these grass roads here for several miles, just scouting, looking. He wants to walk around to this ridge, glass that other valley.
We walk around the corner, stumble across and seems to look like a dead, rotten animal.
I see the head's cut off. That's poachers.
That's poachers. It's very rare, especially they haven't taken any meat, and so that means it's not local.
Poaching is not a major problem in New Zealand. It's mainly the people that are not belonging to the area. They come in and do this kind of stuff.
You know, if you're going to kill an animal and eat off of it, I can live with that. Legal or not, I can live with that. When you kill an animal just for a trophy, illegally, there's a problem.
While trekking for stag, Lee receives word from base camp. Reports of a wild boar near camp quickly divert the team's attention.
I got the call from Luke, found out which area he was in and where we needed to be. Get there as fast as we can.
We'll proceed and maybe look around the tops first. And then if we see any like sign, we'll just let the dogs go and we'll go from there.
You know, when they say we're going to go hunt with dogs, I don't know what to think about it. So to go after a hog with dogs would be a learning experience for me. The last thing I want is one of us to get hurt with a hog, and right behind that, secondly, I don't want one of the dogs hurt either.
The worst case scenario would be the dog gets ripped to where it dies.
Got a copy, Lee?
Yeah, copy, Luke.
Yeah, the reading's not that old, pretty fresh, pretty good pig as well, good mark in it.
Oh yeah, copy that.
That dog was over here, then it was there, then it was over there. That dog's quick.
Suddenly, movement is spotted.
That's a good looking pig.
Come on, Lee, hurry up, we'll cut up towards the tree. They're on them.
They yelled at the dogs to get the dogs in the right spot, and then we took off running, trying to get close to it. Those dogs do the work. Hey, you okay? Good job. Yeah, that's, no, I didn't see something right there maybe. Yeah, pigs create a lot of
mess and mayhem for the farmers around New Zealand, especially when it comes to lambing time. They eat the fresh-born lambs. Matt did really well sticking this guy, his first pig. I think the adrenaline reminded him of the old days being in the ring. Picking the moment to attack, you know, and did really well. It was awesome. Good hunt.
That was kind of exciting. I feel I got a little experience now. I'm looking for I'd like to find another hog. Stabbing that hog in the heart was a lot of adrenaline. Of course, I like adrenaline. I'm a physical guy. I like doing things by hand and not with a machine. And over here they said it's a huge tradition. That's just the way they do it. Driving that knife right to the heart. Do we do good? I think the dogs didn't get hurt, which is one of the most important things. So.
No, dogs are fine, which is good by the looks of it. They stoked about that. You did well.
Good,
It's a
good
nice
deal.
Big, good boar.
It is big boar. Lee and the rest of you guys at Wanganui, I want to say thanks. You know, there's people that's never been here to New Zealand, and they need to find out what this place has got, especially the hunters, but just the tourists as well, man. This place, kind of sitting here looking at a pretty horizon, and had a lot of fun.
The Takedown is sponsored by Browning, the best there is. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Zeiss, we make it visible. Arctic Cat, share our passion. Otis Technology, smart gun care. Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. The Wildlife Gallery Custom Taxidermy Studio. Cold Steel, anytime, anywhere. And by Hell's Canyon. See you there. The adventure continues in New Zealand as Lee and Matt head out in search of trophy red stag.
We finally stop and get off the buggy, and Lee says we're going to do some walking, and I'm kind of looking forward to this. I've done a little preparation. It's nothing too inclined, but it's long slopes. It's going to take us a little while to get somewhere, but it's not too awful steep. So as soon as we get off the buggy, I'm kind of excited.
Like to go out, find us a spot, and we'll sit there and wait to see what animals are moving. Sometimes it can be frustrating, sitting there for maybe an hour and a half, and nothing's moving, it's too warm. But if we move around, we don't know what we're bumping or what's in the fringe of the brush that we can't see because it's so dark in there, but they can see us. Suddenly, trophy red stag are spotted from the vantage point. They move in to investigate.
I finally got my glasses up on one, never seen one before. You know, I'm just waiting for my guy to tell me what's going on, make a game plan.
All what Matt needs to do is follow my lead, let them make the mistake, make a plan, make a move.
Right now the weather's not the best for us. It's warm right now. And these stag, Lee says, they don't feed for very long in the morning. It's going to make a game plan on getting around downwind of them and trying to get close enough to get a better look at them and maybe get a shot off. I can see through the grass, I can point them out now and then, but I'm really following my guide. Right now we're crawling for stag, and I'm kind of excited. If we're crawling for stag, that means we're close, and that means there's a possible shooter out there. I'm looking through my binos at those guys, and I'm shocked at how big they are. I just didn't know what they were going to look like. When I look through my scope, I'm looking for my kill spot. I'm really not even looking at the head at all. I want to look exactly where my point of impact is going to be, and that's what I concentrate on. That guy looks huge to me.
He's huge.
Lee says it's a great hit. The animal's right there, so we're going to give him just a little bit of time and then make our approach.
As we approached the stag, I just seen the look on Matt's face. He was very overwhelmed.
He looks dead, and he looks huge. This guy just looks, he looks like prehistoric. I mean, he looks just so weathered. Are they all this rough?
Yes. He's got great mass. He's got beautiful bottom tines, are all symmetrical. He's got great character, great configuration in his tines, don't you think? Beautiful beam length, nice good prominent crown points. He's good inside spread, beautiful frame. Look beautiful on the wall, buddy.
Thank you, thank you. And he's gonna taste pretty good.
He's gonna taste great.
So impressed with the operation, love the scenery. So it's all rolling real good right now.
We have a lot of people come here and they think of Lord of the Rings, Jurassic Park, King Kong, and they're expecting that environment, but to actually come here and experience it, pictures can't paint 1,000 words. So I think when they come here and experience the lush forest we have here, they're very intrigued. Some people don't even care if they get a stag. They're just happy to be here and they love it.